Agriculture and Technologies. This version is suitable for in-depth essays, university lectures, publications, or research presentations. Narration, Agriculture and Technologies. A journey from tradition to transformation. Agriculture is one of humanity's oldest and most essential activities. It is the art and science of cultivating the land, raising crops, and feeding both humans and animals. For millennia, agriculture has been the foundation of civilization. From the Fertile Crescent of Mesopotamia to the highlands of Ethiopia and the riverbanks of the Nile, agriculture provided the basis for the rise of cities, kingdoms, and empires. It transformed nomadic societies into settled communities and gave rise to the development of writing, trade, and governance. Yet agriculture is not a static field. It has evolved dramatically over time. And in the modern era, the fusion of agriculture and technology has brought forth one of the greatest revolutions in human history. This evolution is not merely about tools or machinery. It represents a total transformation of how food is produced, managed, distributed, and consumed. 1. The early agricultural revolution and traditional knowledge. The origins of agriculture date back around 10,000 years, during the Neolithic period. Early humans transitioned from hunting and gathering to domesticating plants and animals. They began growing cereals such as wheat and barley, and keeping livestock like goats and sheep. These early farmers relied on traditional knowledge passed down through generations, observation of the seasons, understanding of soils, use of local seeds, and manual labor. Over time, simple tools like digging sticks, hoes, and sickles gave way to plows and irrigation systems. The ancient Egyptians built elaborate irrigation channels to tame the Nile's floods. In Ethiopia, traditional terrace farming techniques were used to conserve soil and water in the highlands. These early methods reflected human ingenuity and a deep connection with the natural environment. 2. The Industrial Revolution and Mechanization of Agriculture. The Industrial Revolution of the 18th and 19th centuries marked a turning point. Steam engines, combustion engines, and machinery transformed agriculture from a labor-intensive practice into a mechanized industry. Tractors replaced oxen, mechanical seeders replaced hand sowing, and threshers and harvesters replaced sickles and manual labor. Farming became more productive. Fields could be plowed faster, seeds planted more evenly, and harvests gathered more efficiently. This increase in productivity allowed for larger-scale farming and surplus production, which fed growing urban populations and fueled global trade. Fertilizers and pesticides were also introduced to boost crop yields and control pests and diseases. Mechanization not only reduced human toil, but also enabled fewer people to feed larger populations. In the United States, for example, the percentage of people working in agriculture dropped from over 50% in the 1800s to less than 2% today, yet food production continues to rise. 3. The Green Revolution, Science Meets Farming. In the mid-20th century, the world faced a looming food crisis. Populations were growing, but food production was stagnating in many regions. In response, scientists and agronomists launched what came to be known as the Green Revolution. Led by figures like Norman Borlaug, this revolution introduced high-yielding varieties, HYVs, of staple crops such as wheat, rice, and maize. These were combined with synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, improved irrigation, and modern management techniques. Countries like India and Mexico saw dramatic increases in food production, averting widespread famines. However, the Green Revolution was not without criticism. The heavy use of chemicals caused soil degradation, water pollution, and a decline in biodiversity. It also favored wealthier farmers who could afford the new technologies, widening the gap between large and small producers. 4. Digital and smart agriculture in the 21st century. As we enter the 21st century, digital technologies began to reshape every sector of life, including agriculture. This era is often referred to as Agriculture 4.0 or smart farming. At its heart lies the integration of information and communication technology, ICT, artificial intelligence, AI, robotics, the Internet of Things, IoT, and data analytics into agricultural practices. Some of the key innovations include A. Precision agriculture. Precision agriculture uses GPS, sensors, satellite imagery, and data analytics to monitor and manage crops at a micro level. Farmers can apply water, fertilizers, and pesticides exactly where and when they're needed, reducing waste and maximizing yield. For instance, smart irrigation systems use sensors to detect soil moisture levels and deliver water only when necessary. B. Drones and aerial mapping. Drones equipped with multispectral cameras are revolutionizing field monitoring. They can scan large areas in minutes, detecting early signs of crop stress, pests, or disease. These images are then analyzed using AI algorithms, giving farmers actionable insights. C. Robotics and automation. Robots are being used for weeding, harvesting, pruning, and even milking cows. Autonomous tractors, robotic arms, and machine harvesters can work 24/7 with precision, reducing labor dependency and improving efficiency. D. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI models are helping forecast weather patterns, predict crop yields, detect diseases, and optimize supply chains. Machine learning systems continuously improve as they process more data, making agriculture smarter and more responsive. E. Blockchain for traceability. Blockchain technology is being used to ensure food traceability from farm to fork. Consumers can now scan QR codes to trace the origin of their food, verify organic certifications, and ensure ethical production practices. F. Mobile applications and e-agriculture platforms. In developing countries, mobile apps provide farmers with real-time information on weather forecasts, market prices, planting tips, and pest alerts. Apps like iCow Kenya, Taro Works Ghana, or ATA's 8028 hotline in Ethiopia are empowering millions of smallholder farmers with knowledge and access. 5. Biotechnology and genetic innovation. Modern biotechnology is pushing the boundaries of crop and animal improvement. A. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs. GMOs have been engineered for pest resistance, drought tolerance, faster growth, and enhanced nutrition. For example, BT cotton resists bollworm attacks, reducing pesticide use. Golden rice contains beta-carotene, addressing vitamin A deficiencies. B. CRISPR and gene editing. CRISPR technology allows scientists to precisely edit plant and animal genes without inserting foreign DNA. This holds promise for creating disease-resistant crops, climate-resilient varieties, and animals with improved productivity and health. C. Synthetic biology. Synthetic biology involves designing biological systems from scratch. It's being used to develop lab-grown meat, biopesticides, and sustainable fertilizers. 6. Urban farming and vertical agriculture. As urbanization expands and arable land shrinks, the concept of farming in cities has taken root. Urban agriculture includes rooftop gardens, community farms, and hydroponic systems.